This is the gown that will be featured on the premiere issue of Crimson.
Mila Lorente has really outdone herself.
Maxie, this dress doesn't appear on the runway until the fall. How did you know it was from Neela's collection?
Maxie looked at the invoice. No, I can tell because the detailing is so awesome.
Well, your eye is certainly approving. Now, let's work on that vocabulary. Try replacing adjectives like awesome with real words like exquisite, signature.
Awesome is a real word.
Right, Lulu, and so is dude, but I don't want to hear that in the office either. Now, this is a list of names that I want vying for the cover to appear in that dress. Get me an answer before I leave tonight.
Johnny? Kate Howard's office. Yes, I'll transfer you to layout. The extension is 2246. Scarlett Johansson, Keira Knightley, Kate Moss, every single celebrity is on this list.
Well, then it shouldn't be too hard for you to find someone. That is, if your mind is on the task at hand.
All right, I will take the models. You can have the actresses. Why do I have the actresses? Because I'm the first assistant and I said so. Besides, I've already built a rapport with all the bookers at the top modeling agencies here. Rapport, Lulu, that means relationship.
Greetings, blonde ones. The Jackal's coming to be happy.
Hi, you were going to come to see me. Don't mind Lulu. She's just desperate for attention because Johnny drop-kicked her to the curb. What can I do for you? Spinelli is my friend. He's here to see me. Lulu, you don't have friends. You have fans. And what are they to you besides sex toys?
Look, ladies, there's no need to fight. Okay, there's more than enough of the Jackal to go around.
Well, why don't you just tell us who you're really here to tell her, Spinelli?
While the Jackal enjoys the company of many fair-haired beauties, I've actually come...
Spinelli! Have you made any progress on that favor I asked of you?
You're here to see Kate?
Why? Spinelli is finding a blogger for me to write a column in the first issue of Crimson. I'm hoping to generate a little internet buzz before we debut. When can I see a draft?
Well, actually, regrettably, the Jackal has been so, preoccupied with the most urgent matter for Stone
Cold. So what are
that
you doing here other than distracting my assistants? I believe you know the way out. Ladies, the phones won't dial themselves.
Oh, I was just going to look up those contact numbers.
Try to keep them in order.
Way to go, Lulu. If you hadn't been so desperate for Spinelli's attention, he could have told me he was here to see Kate.
You mean he would have told me if you hadn't interrupted our conversation?
Not everything is all about you. You're so self-absorbed.
It's better than bitching and fake.
I'm gonna go! Let's go! Now we're dead!
Stone Cold, the Jackal needs your counsel on the most urgent of matters.
I'm sorry, Mr. Grasshopper. There's no one here but us thoroughly chastised.
I'm sorry. Had I known that Mr. Corinthos's office was otherwise occupied, my entrance would have been preceded by a knock. Please forgive the untimely intrusion.
Well, I was just on my way out. But since I am here, I'm still on retainer. Maybe I can be of some assistance. What is the topic of the day? Money laundering, tax evasion, perjury? All hypothetically speaking, of course.
Women?
Women in general, or is there one in particular?
One who I at first thoroughly loathed, and then begrudgingly admired, and now
wish to deflower?
The Jackal is most certain her petals are long fallen.
Nothing wrong with a little experience. So what's the question?
How does one go from distant admiration to actually claiming the woman of one's dreams?
And this said woman, I'm assuming, has no inkling of your affection.
Oh, sadly, no. Once again, the Jackal is doomed to love from afar.
It's not necessarily.
Do you know the secret to taming the wild heart?
It's very simple. Listen. A woman wants a man who is strong and powerful and completely uncowed by the consequences of affection. She wants him to fight for her against fair-weather friends and social stigma and uptight bosses. She wants a man seized with heat swept away with desire, so that he may in turn sweep her away. In short, Mr. Grasshopper, carpe diem.
Seize the day.
Well, more traditionally translated as harvest the day, as one would harvest fruit before it spoils.
Right. The brusque lady of justice is indeed inspiring.
Absolutely. So why are you still standing here? Go, harvest. Oh, yes. Most definitely, yes.
Okay, well, why don't you tell her if she changes her mind not to call us back because her last movie sucked anyway and we'd have to fumigate the dress if she wore it.
Maxie, I'm leaving for the evening. How did you do on the photo shoot?
Sorry, I've left...
Always the preamble for an excuse, Maxie.
No, it's not my fault. Lulu left and left me to make all the phone calls.
Okay, fine. I'll sacrifice my evening and do it myself. Give me the numbers.
Okay.
All right, why don't you see that you sacrifice your evening and immerse yourself in something useful? Maxie, like, I don't know, the alphabet.
Okay.
Email me the numbers when you're through.
The jackal must...
What are you doing here?
There comes a time in a man's life for seizing, and...
What?
I'm here for the harvest! To let ignited passion sweep off that which must be swept.
How many barbecue potato chips have you had?
Carpe
English.
A man must seize his... A man must seize his grapes before they wither.
Spinelli, you kind of sound like you're having a stroke. Maybe you should sit down and take a load off. I'm going to change out of this dress before I ruin it.
No, wait.
For what?